Good morning. Welcome to Sea Ray Saturday Fitness. I'm Amy from Amy's Beach Fitness. This is part 2 of a 4-part series on strengthening our bodies for water sports. Today we are going to focus on our legs, and let's get started. So, see how my feet are? I'm hip width apart. My knees are facing out at you watching the video at the moment. Arms are going to be up. You're going to start with deep squats. Now, when I say deep, you're also going to pay attention to what your body wants to do. When you do a squat, you have to remind yourself your weight is in your heels. You never put it in your knees and your feet are flat. So I'm going to turn around, turn to the side so you can see. Once again, my feet are hip width apart. You don't have to have your arms up if you want them here or if you want them here. It's your choice. So, or even straight out. I'm going to be here. So you're coming back. So see how I'm sitting back in an invisible chair, and then you come up. You always want to come up with a slight bend to your knee. So the biggest thing about squats is your form. You never want to round your spine, keep a flat back. So squat down and come up. Make sure your heels stay on the ground. Do not come up with tight knees. And what I would suggest as far as reps go, start anywhere from 10 to 12 and do 3 rounds of that. So, do 10, shake out, stretch out your legs, and then go to the next round. Okay, I'm going to face the camera now. Now, the next type of squat, you can angle your toes out. This, you can have your arms here, 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 or down. I'm actually going to have my arms down. This is going to work more of your inner thighs, coming straight down and up. And on the up, slight bend in your knees still, but focus on your inner thighs. And also, it's working hip flexors. In a lot of these water sports, you need loose and strong hip flexors. Very, very important. Make sure when you come up, you breathe out. Once again, 10, 12, 15 reps, 3 rounds. What's interesting about the videos that I'm posting is you don't need equipment. It's just yourself. You can do these outside. You can do them right before you get on your water sport. You can do them on your boat, your platform of your boat. You can do them on the pier. You can actually, it's interesting. I can tend to do these in the shower. You can do them pretty much anywhere. Okay, so now kind of want to shake it out a little bit. 3 rounds, 10, 12, 15 reps. Lunge, left foot forward. And I'm going to actually face sideways so you can see a proper lunge. Proper lunge is not dropping your chest. It's not rounding your spine. It's basically flat back, shoulders back, chest up. Here you can do arms up, here, here, down, whatever you feel comfortable. When you are here and here, you also get some balance work. So it's your choice. So you come straight down. Once again, everybody is different with their range of motion. If you've got sore knees or knees that are on the verge of needing, to be replaced, just a little. You can do an isometric lunge. There is nothing wrong with that, but I'm not putting it into my knees. Straight down and straight up. You can have arms here. And believe it or not, by having your arms out, just out like this, you get some resistance on your arms. Okay, I'm going to switch legs. 10, 12, 15 reps of that, 3 rounds would be also good. Right foot forward, same thing. And also, when you are lunging, and I'm glad I faced forward, you don't want your back foot over here. Your body is in alignment. So see, my back foot is in alignment with my foot that's forward, which is my right. So straight down, straight up. You also want to make sure you stretch before you do any of these movements. Like I said, if you've got sore knees, you can always isolate. Isometrics are amazing. You can do an isometrics is basically a couple inches down, a couple inches up. You never fully extend your leg tight. Slow is better. Once again, 10, 12, 15 reps, 3 rounds. Next thing, this is a great one for your inner thighs, and I'm actually going to show you a balance move that you can do out of it. Surfers, paddle boarders, wakeboarders, all of you guys, balance is key, key, key. So watch this, arms out. I love my arms here. I'm going to step out with my right foot. Now my right glute, my kneecaps as you see are facing the camera. My right glute is pushing out like I'm sitting back in that invisible chair, pushing off my right foot. Now watch, balance up. Slower the better. So you're here, chest is up, flat back, don't round your spine. Pushing off my right foot, coming up, pause and balance. Biggest thing about balance work, and I will be doing an instructional video just on balance. Slow, focal point, engaging in your core. Now, once again, this is also a flexibility move. Being flexible in water sports is very important too. If your flexibility, and you can always work on your flexibility, don't go as wide. You can step out to somewhere like here, but make sure you push that right glute out and you pop up here. Okay, 10, 12, 15 reps, 3 rounds. That would be really, and you can do these. I would suggest doing these like every other day and even adding it to your other type of workout that you do, if you do work out. Stepping out with left foot now. Now make sure the knees are facing forward and balance up. Make sure you breathe out when you're here. You will also notice there's always a side of your body that is more flexible, stronger, your balance is better. And when you start doing this type of work, you'll really realize, wow, this side I'm tighter, this side I'm looser, this side it feels like, oh my gosh, I really have to engage in my core and really focus so I don't fall over. Very, very normal. Okay, another balance move with the lunge, which is going to obviously get your legs. So step back with right foot, your feet are together, you're here, and then you come up. Now, right here, my right leg is out, my toe is in point, and I am tightening my quad. So now I'm getting my quads, my left leg, or my right leg that's out, my quad is really fired up. So you're here, and then you're here. And you can do these at your own pace. Obviously, this is an instructional video, so I'm showing it very slow. Once again, 10 to 12 to 15 reps, 3 rounds. Okay, other side. Okay, and arms, I like my arms as a guide. It really helps instead of just being loose. It makes everything I feel really tight. My core is engaged, lunge, and then I lift and I pause. Lunge, lift and pause. Let's do one more. 10, 12, 15 reps, 3 rounds. Okay, beautiful. Now, instead of lunging back, you're going to lunge forward on this. For some reason, this one is a lot trickier for me. My arms are actually going to be here. I'm going to step forward. I'm actually going to angle a little bit so you can see. Stepping forward with my right. Now, this is something you don't want to do. Chest up. Okay, so watch. Chest up. You can come back to start. Just lunging. And back. Lunge. And back. If you want to do alternate. Left foot. Right foot. Pushing off the front foot. My core is engaged. If you notice, my chest was open. My shoulders are back. My spine is flat. So if you want to add a balance move, you can be here and then balance up. You really got to focus on that core and a focal point. Once again, you can do your other side. Left foot, balance up. So see if you saw how wobbly I got. I really got to focus. I'm going to slow it up. Left foot forward and here. So I got to focus. I can already tell. And here. Slow it up if your balance is off. It's normal to have a side that's, we're going to work some hamstrings. This is a great stretch. It's a one-legged deadlift. Once again, we're not using any equipment, but if you have something heavy, you can always hold on to dumbbells to get yourself some extra strength in the back of your legs. So right foot down, It's also balance. Left foot back. I'm obviously holding on. I'm holding on to nothing. Watch my right knee. There's a slight bend. So depending on your flexibility, you can touch down and you can come up and not put your foot down or tap the front of your foot down, depending on what you want. But right here, my right hamstring, my right glute is very fired up. And doing these slower makes it more challenging, but it's better for you. Just like that. And like I said, if you want to hold on to resistance, you can do that. Okay, other side. We'll see how this side goes because it seemed like my left side was wobbly on the last move. Okay, really focus. And when I'm coming down, I am actually looking at, I have like a little spot on my mat that I'm focusing on, and then I'm coming up. Look at my knee. I'm not locking it. Core is tight. Slow on the down. You do not have to go as deep as me, even if you just come here and tap the foot down. There's always modifications for everything. Shake it out. Even during this video, I mean, obviously it's very instructional. Stop it, stretch out, and go back into it. Now, there's something called a froggy squat. Once again, you can hold on to some resistance if you want to. What you're going to do is you're going to, once again, act like you've got this chair back here that you're sitting on. Depending on your knees, if you've got tenderness in your knees, I would not suggest you going this deep. You can always be here. Once again, the weight is back. I'm not putting it into my knees and my feet stay flat. But if your knees are good, you stay low, and this is called an isometric froggy squat. So I always like to, a lot of times I'll hold on to a kettlebell or some type of resistance, but you can make a fist, you can hold your hands, whatever. But basically your weight is back in your heels, your quads are absolutely isolated. I'm feeling it in my glutes and my hamstrings. If you notice, I'm going up a couple inches and coming back down. It's a great flexibility move, opening up your hips, hip flexors. Quads are totally isolated. Burn. I tend to do high reps on these, but please ease into this. Don't get yourself so crazy sore right before you go out on the water. So usually I would start, especially if you're a beginner, do maybe 10 and then come up and do, obviously if you're holding onto a wall, but do like this type of stretch just to get the blood kind of float out of your quads because, man, it can really, really burn. Now your glutes, obviously it's all connected, but I do want to show a glute move. So you're going to get on all fours. And I know, you guys that are watching this video are going to be like, oh gosh, that's such a girly move. But I promise you one thing, it will help your water sport. So flex your foot and you're going to tap your knee down and come up and really focus on your left glute right now and engage in your hamstring, glute, and quad. Tapping down and coming up. Core is tight, hip bones are squared to the mat. Tap, pause, 2 to 3 seconds. This one, I would do 20 reps on each side of your leg and repeat it twice. So each side will get it 40 times. So you'll do 20, maybe come back, give yourself like a nice stretch this way, go back to the other side, same thing, flex foot, and make sure the bottom of your foot is up towards the ceiling, the sky, wherever you're doing it, with a nice hold. It's great for your glutes, hamstrings, and quads. Okay, now sit on your mat, sit on the grass, sit on your boat, wherever you are. This move is one of my all-time favorites for hip flexors. First of all, you want to sit up with really, really good posture. You want to engage in your core, so don't round your spine. I like to be on my fingertips to really lengthen my spine. Now, have your foot flex like this. What you're going to envision is that you are literally making like a rainbow with your leg. The higher the rainbow, the more it's going to work your hip flexors. And when you do this, you're also going to really feel it in your quads because you're going to put resistance in your quads. So right there, I'm flexing my left quad. My right leg is going to stay on the mat, and I'm making a rainbow. Now, if you want, you can tap the heel down and then come back and tap the heel here. If you want to make it more challenging, You can not tap and then come back and not tap again. It's your call. It takes it to a whole different dynamic. Now, I'm not just having a limp leg here. It is engaged, it is flexed, and it is tight. Do as many as you can to failure. So, and if you start feeling your legs shaking and you want the challenge, keep going. This is actually a bar move. If any of you guys have ever done bar work, this is totally a bar work. But like I said, if you want to tap the mat, the ground, wherever you're doing this, go for it. Get that heel and tap, but make sure that quad is tight and make sure your posture is good. Okay, I'm going to turn around and do the other side. Okay, chest up, core is engaged. Now my right leg is very engaged. I got my quad flexed. I'm not tapping. You can go high, but when you go high, you got to really watch your posture because look what happens to my back. All of a sudden it wants to sink. So, just like that. If you want to tap, it's here. Still make your little rainbow or big rainbow and come here. Go to failure. And I don't advise doing this move on the day of water sports. I wouldn't. It's a pretty intense move. Obviously, for you athletes out there, you would definitely be okay, but I would suggest doing that maybe the day before. And you can do these exercises, I would say 3 days a week, and add it to your workout that you do already. Okay, so lay on your side. Now, this is just going to be, it's going to work your hip. And what we're going to do here is your foot's going to be in point and you're actually going to go up really high, but don't overstretch. And then you're going to come down, but you're not going to go all the way down to the other leg. You're going to come up really high. I'm having to balance my body so it doesn't dip forward and then come down slow. So a good 4-second hold. My leg that's lifting, which is my left, is very tight. 3-second hold. Come down slow. 3-second hold. Come down slow. I would say do 1 round of max. So whatever you feel that enough's enough, then stop, okay? Okay, other side, same thing. You're going to lift high, pause and hold, and come down. So if you see my hip, it's facing at you at home or wherever you're at watching this video. It's not here. Pause, and then here. Pause, and then here. Like I said, max out, but don't overdo it. And also, when you are lifting that leg, you have to engage in your core to protect your back. Okay, I'm going to slowly sit up a second. Now, for you guys who are extremely flexible, hands down, you're going to get on your tippy toes here. So in ballet, this is called second position. If you're able to, you're going to be on your tippy toes. You're going to start here. You're going to slowly come up and then slowly come down. If you don't want to be on tippy toe and you want to be on flat feet, that's fine. You won't get as much burn in your inner thighs, and you don't have to start as deep as me. Slowly come up and slowly come down. Once again, I'm not rounding my spine. My back is flat. My core is engaged. High reps on those two. It's great inner thigh work, quads, feel it in my hamstrings. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can stay here for like a 30-second hold after you're almost to max. It's a very good exercise. Okay, one more exercise I'm going to show you. Lay back on your side. Your left leg is going to stay down on the mat. Your right leg is going to be in back of you. So what you're going to do here is you're going to come out and then you're going to go behind. You're going to go out and you're going to go behind. And what this is doing is I'm feeling this in my hamstrings. When I come back with my leg, I'm squeezing my glute, so I'm getting my glute, feeling it in my inner thigh, my quads. My leg is very tight when it gets to here. Then I bend and it comes back. I'm actually going to turn around when I do the other side so you can see what I mean. Okay, so right leg is out on the mat now. My left foot's going to go forward. My toe is in point and it's here. And then I'm going to bend and I'm going to come through. So right here, squeezing the left glute, keeping the left leg tight, bending the knee, coming through. Left leg is tight. I'm in point. Bend, squeeze that glute, and then come back through again. That one I would do max again. It's not that hard, but it's a great, great, great move for your glutes. Okay, just want to say thank you for watching today. Please remember to always stretch and warm up before exercising. You can visit my YouTube channel for more great videos by searching Amy's Beach Fitness. I hope you have a great day on the water on your Sea Ray, and bye-bye and see you next time.